The International Autoimmune Institute and the Autoimmune Lifestyle, and this is Did You Know? And we're coming to you outside of Florence, Italy, in Tuscany, in Cataldo, outside of Cataldo, and we're going to talk today about celiac disease in children. And now, the study we're going to be discussing with the vineyards and the wine and the olive groves behind us is entitled Clinical, Subclinical, and Potential Autoimmune Diseases in an Italian Population of Children with Celiac Disease. Now, you'll notice on this article they spell celiac, C-O-E-L-I-A-C. That's actually the same spelling we're using in the advanced scientific course because our course creator was from South Africa, and I love the way that she spelled some words, so we're keeping those. Now, this was published in the Alimentary Pharmacology and Therapeutics, and so there's a couple of different physicians and researchers from Padua, and this was in 2007. And so what they did is they had all these children with celiac disease, about 220 of them, and they checked them for other autoimmune diseases. And a bunch of them already had obvious signs of autoimmune disease in other organ systems. Then other groups had autoantibodies against those organ systems and kind of subclinical signs they talked about. And then other ones had what they called silent, where they had the autoantibodies against these other body parts. They followed them for 4 years. And what they saw, maybe you're not surprised, is that when they went wheat and gluten-free, they tended to feel better than when they weren't wheat and gluten-free. But not anything was achieved as far as preventing them from getting new autoimmune disease as time went on, and their risk of autoimmune disease in other organ systems increased over time. Now, we talk a lot about this. If you get an autoimmune disease, you gotta address the reason why you got the autoimmune disease, not just get rid of wheat and gluten, for example, because whatever pushed you to the first autoimmune disease is going to keep pushing you to the second and the third and the fourth. Now, oftentimes, children, for example, with celiac disease, they go wheat and gluten-free and don't feel better, such as the case study we published in the International Journal of Psychology and Neuroscience, where they went wheat and gluten-free at 14 months, kept getting worse and worse and worse, and by 28 months, your developmentally delayed child, with all these gut issues, now is full-blown autism. It's terrible. It's never going to get better, because they never went after the reason why he got the celiac in the first place. Thus, those things kept pushing you the wrong way. A year after we addressed what caused the autoimmune disease, celiac disease initially, he was totally fine. And so it's kind of the rule of thumb with cancer too, right? The flip side of the same coin that is autoimmune disease is cancer. If you get a cancer, you got to get rid of the cancer. Chemo, radiation, surgery, whatever. But if you don't get rid of the reason why you got the cancer, it keeps pushing you the wrong way. So you got to get rid of the reason why you got the cancer. Otherwise, you get new cancers. The old one returns. You get new chronic health issues, right? And so here's children, got to go wheat and gluten-free when you got celiac. But already by the time they have celiac, they have antibodies against other body parts, right? Got to get rid of the reason why they got the celiac. Yeah, they're going to have to be wheat and gluten-free their whole life because that gene got flipped on, but you don't want them to keep getting new chronic diseases. You don't want them to get new autoimmune diseases. You want to set their epigenetics by age 19 so they don't get stuff as an adult. You want to set their epigenetics before they have their own children, right? And then they pass on cleaner genes next 4 to 6 generations, and hopefully those generations don't get the celiac disease, don't get the autoimmune disease, don't get the cancers and the heart attacks and the anxiety and the depressions and the diabetes. It's all tied together. Now, I was told after the last video I needed to say a little something different when I was saying goodbye, so I'm going to say, from Italy, ciao bella.